fish on your line. Your day's just begun. The world of American angler, on lakes and on streams. Now you're living the good life. Catch the one of your dreams.
Hi, I'm Pat Traynor. Welcome to the American Angler. Today we're coming to you from the Black Canyon on the Gunnison River in Colorado. And standing next to me is Leroy Jadoninsky.
Hi, Pat.
Leroy, it's great to be here, to say the least.
Welcome to West Central Colorado. Welcome to the beautiful Black Canyon and the Gunnison Gorge and the Gunnison River. Into some great fishing.
I'm telling you, beautiful doesn't even touch this place. This is fantastic.
It's awesome.
The fishing, we took a short trip up the river yesterday, and I'm telling you, we saw trout busting those flies everywhere.
Right, the big stonefly hatch is on right now, and you guys are going to have one exciting 2-day, 1-night experience right here in the Gunnison Gorge.
Since this is a gold medal fishery, we've got so much river, so much scenery, and such a quality experience to show you here. We're going to do this in 2 days, so we're going to make this a 2-part film. You stay with us. We got about a mile hike down to the river. We'll be right back after this important message. Hi, and welcome back. I'm here with John Searing and Alan Belt with the Bureau of Land Management out of the Montrose office. And gentlemen, why don't we take a few minutes and talk about a little bit about the history and the characteristics of the river, and maybe, John, with you, a little bit of the regulations and what people really need to know if they're going to come up here and expect to have a quality trip.
Okay, from where we are now, we're at what they call the Pleasure Parks Takeout. This would be the culmination of a 14-mile trip down the Gunnison Gorge. It's gold medal fishery, some of the best rainbow and brown trout fishing anywhere in the country. It's well known throughout the West. There's 4 main access points to it. Now, as with any good fishing area, the accesses are difficult. We don't have, I would say the kind of use you'd have on the Arkansas River, but we are getting maybe from 7,000 to 10,000 visitor use days a year in the Gunnison Gorge. We have a carrying capacity to try to manage, keep this place natural. It's been nominated as a wilderness area, and there's legislation before Congress right now to have it designated as a wilderness area. That would not affect the fishing in any way. Believe me, we are managing it with the Division of Wildlife. We work real closely with them on monitoring fish numbers and access and camping and the whole works down here in the gorge.
Alan, this is done basically through the outfitters that have the permits to transport and float the river. Is that correct?
That's right. We have 12 commercial permittees operating in the river right now, and we have 6 of them who run a significant number of trips. Anybody who is interested in fishing this area has the opportunity either to do it as a private boater, rafter, walk-in fisherman, or utilizing the services of a commercial outfitter. And the first time down, oftentimes it's good to go down with a commercial outfitter because there are some rather tricky rapids to negotiate during this 14-mile stretch. And it's good to get some pointers on how to fish the area because, believe me, even though it is a gold medal fishery, you've got to know what you're doing. These fish don't just come up and take anything you offer them. Mm-hmm. Of course it is, and I should have mentioned that earlier, of course it is artificial lures and flies only.
John, just to clarify that, as far as the general public coming down and using the river either for rafting or fishing, they don't need any of those types of permits, correct?
Right, that is correct, Pat. What we do ask of the private boaters and the private fishermen when they come in any of our trailheads is there is a register box. We ask that they just sign in there at the register box. What we're trying to do is get information out to the private boaters as well. We have certain regulations in there that is to protect and preserve the canyon and to help in the long run also protect the quality fishing. It's not just the fishing experience, but it's the land that you're in. Sure. It is a proposed wilderness, as Alan mentioned. It's also a proposed wild river, and it's a gold medal trout fishery. Mm-hmm. What we require on overnight fishing trips that are float fishing is a fire pan, which would contain any charcoal, and that then people would pack their ashes out with them so it doesn't degrade any of the sandy beaches. We also ask that all human waste be packed out on the overnight trips. And we don't allow any wood campfires down in the gorge. With the dams upstream, we just don't get driftwood anymore. So if people want to bring something in, we ask either a stove or charcoal, or pack in sometimes their own wood and use a fire pan. We also, to promote the solitude of the canyon and this wilderness experience with fishing, is that the maximum group size be kept to 12 people, either walk-ins or float boating.
Well, it's very evident from the quality of what I've seen thus far that your efforts are definitely working, and I'm sure that everyone will appreciate those efforts, and we're really looking forward to this trip. Believe me, we are. Well, gentlemen, thanks again. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy. We're going to get ready to make this long drop into this canyon, and I'm looking forward to this trip. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, I'll tell you what, this trail is far better than I thought it was going to be. This is a piece of cake.
I told you.
I see Hank Holtz, our guide for this trip. Hank, how are you?
Hey, how are you, Pat?
Great to be here.
Good to see you.
Boy,
too.
this river looks tremendous.
Absolutely does.
I am excited about this.
It's clearing up. It's looking good.
Looks like we're all loaded and ready to go.
We're ready, and sun's up. Seems like it's going to warm up. The stoneflies will be flying soon.
Haven't seen any bugs yet coming down.
No, we're right on time. It's
Great.
a gentleman's fishing day, you know. Up a little bit later and wait for the bugs to rise.
Hey, we're going to love this, I guarantee you. Give us a little background on this canyon. Tell us a little bit about this river.
Well, the river has quite a bit of history. Some of the history that we're looking at here is about 1,700,000,000 years old, and the river took about 2 million years to carve through this canyon, and it's the steepest, narrowest gorge in North America. We have a gradient here of anywhere from 180 feet per mile down to what we're going to see in the lower gorge of about 55 feet per mile.
So we got some fast water ahead of us.
We've got some good water for us, and that's why the rainbows love this water. Big aerated water makes them grow strong, and those stoneflies we're talking about is what makes them big.
Average size of the fish we can expect to catch on this trip?
Well, as a fisherman, or you want me to tell you the truth?
No, tell me the truth.
Let's see.
Tell me as a fisherman first, and then later on today, tell me the truth. Huge.
No, I think probably the average size fish that we'll see is anywhere from 16 to 18 inches, and we ought to see some nice
3-pound
fish in the 5-pound category. You betcha.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
That's Pteronarsus californicus. That's the big stonefly that makes the Gunnison River rainbows what they are and as famous as they are.
That's a full meal in one munch right there.
Well, I'd say that's a ribeye steak, isn't it?
You bet.
How long do you think that is, Pat?
3 inches, 3.5.
We're gonna fish well together. You bet. You bet. Pat, let me show you the stonefly patterns that we're using to match this bug. You see an orange.
Got that orange
body.
like he's got here.
That's
on the body.
right. And this stonefly has 4 wings, underwings and overwings. You see we've got a moose mane underwing here in this fly, and then we've got an elk hair overwing, dubbed and hackled real nicely. I'll show you another general pattern, again picking up that orange of the head.
Same basic colors.
Now this fly just crawled out of the water. He was most recently something that is imitated by a Bitch Creek nymph or a halfback, another stonefly pattern. Now, this is an excellent one. It looks like that bug is interested in these flies.
Yeah, he likes those flies.
This is a bird stone. Now, Chris, why don't you turn that over so they can see the body, the color of the body on that stonefly. There you are.
Same colors.
The same colors, hopefully. These are the patterns that we'll use today to imitate this stonefly. And this stonefly hatch on the Gunnison is a famous hatch, and it's been in existence since the early 1930s. Bob Hope and Bing Crosby used to travel here to the Saponaro district of the Gunnison and fish up there. Now that area is underwater, and the river has reset itself downstream, and what you're about to see in the lower Gunnison Gorge is what the Gunnison used to be, recaptured in this lower canyon. Yep.
Well, listen, let's get on with this thing.
Good, let's
I am
go
ready
fishing.
to do it.
All the guides are ready. You've got pros here waiting for you, and we want to show you the river. You ready?
You bet, let's
Lean,
do it.
lean forward a little bit. And let's drop into this little hole here. Yeah. Woo!
All
right.
That'll work.
Well, you know, that run we just came through was such a good looking run. I think that maybe we should pull over in this eddy and get out of the boat. Did you get a bump? And work our way back up. Ooh, now this is excellent. This is an excellent
Looks
run.
good.
We call this one hog heaven. I don't know why, but we call it hog heaven. And they're sleeping in here. Our best water is here where the two currents cascade and kind of pinch together all the way up this current seam. And you'll see the water spilling over a shelf that runs diagonally up toward the big rock in the middle of the rapid. They're sitting just off that shelf, just at the downstream side of that shelf. So if we can work our way up from behind, just get up to them, when you start feeling action, we're in the right place. So,
all right, let's do it.
You bet. Let's get out there and try to drift a few down. There you go.
Fish on.
There you are, Dave.
Doesn't feel too big.
Well, let's see now. Sometimes they fool you.
It's not a bad fish. He's right here. See him? Come on.
Got away. We got another one. Let's get another
We
one.
got to get another one. See, I'm not knowing if that's bottom or a bite.
Well, the way to beat it is to get the slack out. That's it. Make that line kind of straight. Go into that strike indicator. That's it. Get the line. There you go. A little bit more slack out. You'll see a lot of guys just fishing with their rod tips up in the air. With that, you know, to keep the line out of the water from dragging. They'll just keep stripping it and hold the tip way up in the air so this line doesn't get bowed downstream and drag that fly unnaturally. What was that?
Got him.
You might have to give him some head, though. I think he might be bigger than you think.
You think?
You betcha. Boy, you nipped him up beautifully.
He hit it twice. Come on over here, big boy.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't even started doing anything
No, he
yet.
hasn't decided to run yet. Rod tips up. Yes. Woo! Ooh. Yep. Keep a good angle on him. He's got a whole lot of line.
Come on up, big boy. We haven't even started to hurt this fish yet. This fish is staying down a lot. You think he's a bow?
Yeah, I'm certain it's a rainbow.
He hasn't even shook his head yet. All
No,
he's doing is just laying there. Put a little extra pressure on him
How
that
strong
time.
does he feel, Pat?
Huh?
Does he feel strong?
Yeah, he's strong. I haven't hurt him any at all yet. This fish has just been laying there resting.
Ooh, let's see that big slab side down here.
Oh,
Oh,
man!
no! Well,
I guess that's fishing, huh?
I guess that's fishing, dude. Yeah!
Fantastic.
Well, there we go.
Hey, you're doing a great job. That's a pretty good bowler there in the middle.
No problem, huh?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Yes. Yeah, you bet. He's got that eddy. He's working the river against you. Well, let's see if I can
Got
slow
him
it.
going. I think this is a brown.
Now he's charging you, huh?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like the style of this one.
He's acting up a little bit, showing out. I saw him.
Oh, he's nice rainbow.
Nice bow.
I can help you with him.
Got a net?
You bet.
Bring him right to you.
Watch out for your line there, David.
Come on up here, big boy. That's a nice rainbow. How about that?
You bet. He's a beauty.
That'll work. Whew. My first Gunnison River rainbow.
On a dry fly, great big
Boy,
Traynor.
he munched it too.
Look at that fish. There you go. He's a beauty.
Oh, man.
That ought to work right out of there. Just easy, easy. Yeah, there you are.
I got him. Look at the size of that bait he smacked.
You betcha.
Or I guess I should refer to this as a fly. That was fun.
Ooh, look at the fin on that guy. Dorsal fin. We'll hang on to it just for a minute and let him recover. He definitely gave you a good fight.
Yes, he did.
There we go. Yeah.
Great. Whew.
Good fish.
That'll work. That's what it's about.
Try it over there on the other side. Just beyond the current. That's it. Up. It's pretty shallow. Now let's go over the other side. You go off in that slower stuff. Now, my experience here is both river right and river left are good. Oh, up under there. Up under there. You didn't. Okay, let it drift. Let it drift. You get him? Yes.
Good fish. This big fish.
Now that's a nice one.
This is a nice fish.
He sipped that one down really quietly, didn't he? He didn't even let you know he was on there.
No.
That's excellent.
We have got ourselves a bona fide good one.
Yeah, this is a nice fish. You bet. Boy, look at these. Oh, easy, easy. Don't horse him, please.
I'm not horsing him.
Okay. Oh, you're just, I'm sorry,
just
I
getting
didn't
on
even
the
see
reel.
you, Pat. You're
I'm just getting
clearing
on
your
the reel.
line. Excellent. Ooh, you've got a pretty tight rein on him now.
He's just sitting in the current.
Is he?
Uh-huh.
He's probably got a bunch more strength left, doesn't he?
He hasn't started.
Ooh, look at him. Ooh, what a beautiful, beautiful fish that is. Look at him in there along that wall.
Ooh, we got to boat this fish.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh man, what a fish.
Now remember, you've only got 8
Yeah,
pound
but
test on there. And
I
that
keep
fish,
putting the line against it,
that fish has got teeth.
against that cliff.
Let's move up here, Pat. I'll just
Getting this
gently move you
quieter
up
water.
toward the grass. And then I'm going to grab a net and help you out. When you think you're ready for it, we don't want to rush it at all. Boy, there are fish rising all over.
He actually took that below the surface.
Yes,
It was down about 2 inches when he took it.
that's exactly right. Subsurface. You had a good pair of eyes to see that. And so we're not going to want to put too much floatant
I think.
on our flies. We're just going to kind of dry them, blow dry them, and wait for them to, oh my. There, he's free now. There you are.
Oh, what a fish.
There you go.
What a
Now,
fish.
Pat, why don't you just very gently step out when I hit the shore and Just keep
I
your
think
footing.
we can net that fish right there if you
Keep
like.
your footing. Go ahead and jump on out of the boat. I'll follow you. There you go. Pat, move over just a hair. All right. You got a nice rainbow there.
Here he comes.
Pat, move over just a hair. Now
There is a Gunnison trout now.
There you go. Now this, there.
That will work. Boy, did he eat that fly.
Now there is a Gunnison River rainbow.
Beautiful
See how
color
deep
in
that
that
fish is? Look how deep that is for his
Ooh.
length. Yeah. He's a beauty.
He is really spotted up. Look at the spots down that fish. If you'll just keep his mouth right there, I'm going to get this fly out. He's not hooked very bad at all, just a little bit deep.
You want my forceps there?
I thought I could probably get it with my fingertip. Yeah, I can. If you hold him
You
right there.
Okay.
There it is.
Boy, fishing barbless. Yeah!
Great job. That'll work.
There we go. Look at the back on that
That
fish.
baby right there is worth the whole trip.
There you go. Everybody satisfied?
Now you be sure and join us next week as we continue our trip on down the beautiful Gunnison River.